No, you did not click on the wrong channel. This is Sensitive Society, aka Oscar, talking about wrestling and some very serious allegations towards pretty much the creator of WWE as we know it. And in case you guys don't know, WWE is a wrestling company. It truly became the juggernaut that it is thanks to Vince McMahon, which is that guy who's being accused of some very disturbing, sick stuff. So for a little context, Vince McMahon is a former CEO of the company. They recently sold WWE to TKO, and TKO is another company that owns both UFC and WWE. As far as I know, Vince McMahon isn't calling the shots anymore. He's not in creative. He's not involved in none of that. But recently, some very serious allegations of sexual assault and sexual trafficking came to the light this morning. And for the record, I haven't watched wrestling in a long time. I used to really enjoy it as a kid. But then, life happens. I still tune in from time to time, but, I'm a very casual fan. I know that CM Punk is back. I know that John Cena's there from time to time, The Rock, but just the main guys I used to watch back in 2010, 11, 12, around that era. So like I said, Vince McMahon is being accused of some very serious stuff. And for the sake of everyone, these are just allegations for now. And if it does turn out to be real, give him the electric chair, lock him away. I don't care if he's 77 years old. If you're doing this disgusting stuff, you kind of deserve to be locked behind bars. Let's just get right into it.
Tonight, one of the biggest names in professional wrestling facing stunning new accusations, including sex trafficking over several years. A former employee accusing WWE founder and former CEO Vince McMahon of physical and emotional abuse, sexual assault, and trafficking at WWE. In the lawsuit, Janelle Grant, who worked there up until March 2022, says McMahon texted her, quote, "I'm the only one who owns you and controls who I want to expletive you."
Now, in case... This is crazy. I did not expect to see this. And if you've been watching wrestling, or if you at least heard of the Vince McMahon character, especially in the 90s during the Attitude Era, I'm sure you've seen a lot of his phrases. A few that come to mind is,
"Come on out, you rapist!" "I know you're excited, or at least you think you are." "Shut up, I'm talking!" There you go. Let's put them in their place. Oh yeah, that's gonna quiet them down.
So back in the 90s, his character used to be just the wildest thing you could imagine. That was 25 years ago. Ever since then, he's been less and less involved in the WWE as far as I know, at least appearing on screen. The last time he was on screen was 2 years ago, I believe. The timing is very interesting. This is around the same time the WWE Raw, their weekly TV show, is going to Netflix. I believe there was a deal for the next 10 years for $5-6 billion. A lot of older superstars have been coming back, like CM Punk, Randy Orton. So it feels like for the first time in a long time, wrestling was becoming fun again. And once again, I am someone who's been completely not really tuning in weekly. I don't watch it. But even I was like, damn, some of this stuff is getting interesting. And now for this to drop, the timing is a little weird. And by no means am I saying that her claims are invalid or that she's lying. I'm just saying the timing is very interesting for this. It just goes downhill from here.
Grant's claims include sexual acts involving defecation, restraint, and aggressive use of sex toys, and that McMahon forced her to have sex with him and other men at the WWE headquarters in return for job security.
That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. I just can't imagine this. And just the thought of a 77-year-old man going at it with someone this young is, to be honest with you guys, it's absolutely disgusting. I just don't want to picture that, okay? This is pretty disturbing if true. It's just absolutely disgusting. I don't know what else I could say at this point. I try to look more information on the person known as Janelle Grant, and she doesn't have any social media. I can't find anything about her. All I could find is Janelle Grant, a former employee. That's all. I don't think there's that many pictures of her. I mean, I tried looking her up. This is the only picture that's known of her. So just some very fishy stuff right there, and just stuff that shouldn't be happening, especially in the 2020s. It's if true, it's absolutely horrifying and just flat out disgusting.
The new lawsuit seeks to annul a non-disclosure agreement from 2022 settled between Grant and McMahon, where she would receive $3 million. Grant says she stopped receiving payments after an initial $1 million payout.
So this makes me wonder, if she broke the contract, the NDA, the rules, whatever you guys want to call it, can the WWE sue her? Can Vince McMahon sue her? I mean, she did get $1 million. The payments stopped coming. And I've seen a lot of interviews of wrestlers claiming that the WWE is never late when it comes to payments. They're always on time. It's always sharp. So that's interesting. That's something interesting to know. Once again, I am not here to defend anyone, especially if it turns out to be true. But just something worth noting. A lot of wrestlers have a lot of things to say about the WWE. Vince McMahon, he's very controversial as is. But most people say that the WWE is always on time with their payment. I don't know what happened here. I don't know if Vince McMahon wants to sue her or the WWE for breaching the contract. But then at the same time, that just makes him look even worse. So he's in a very unique and special situation right now. This could go either way. And like I said, if it does turn out to be real and he actually did these disgusting things, I mean, how could anyone defend this? If it turns out to be true, he deserves to be put behind bars. This is crazy. What a weird day. I did not expect to wake up to these news.
She might have a breach of contract claim, but that's not what she's really alleging in the complaint. She's alleging violations of federal human trafficking law.
In a statement, Vince McMahon's spokesperson says this lawsuit is replete with lies, obscene, made-up instances that never occurred, and a vindictive distortion of the truth. He will vigorously defend himself. Last year, McMahon, who has not been criminally charged, spoke to CNBC in broad terms about his overall legacy.
Let me just say I've made mistakes, obviously, both personally and professionally through my 50-year career. I've owned up to every single one of them and then moved on.
The explosive lawsuit and graphic allegations come at a critical time for the WWE. Just this week, McMahon was at the New York Stock Exchange celebrating their newest board member, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Also, Netflix just acquiring WWE's streaming rights worth billions of dollars. But now, all eyes on the WWE, who the plaintiff's attorney says they will hold accountable, claiming they turned a blind eye to the abuse and then swept it under the rug.
Yeah, that's what I said. The timing is very interesting. It's when all of these shifts and movements are coming from the WWE. They're like, new deal with Netflix, new this, The Rock is on board, all of this crazy stuff is going on. And then this comes forward. Once again, I'm not invalidating her claims. I'm not saying she's lying for clout, money, whatever. That's not the point of this. But, with allegations like these, people just can't jump aboard. And no, I am not saying don't believe her. I am not saying don't believe victims. That's not what I'm getting at. It just, over time and after many allegations that we've seen, I think it's important to just stay neutral and hope that the justice system does the right thing. And despite Vince being worth billions of dollars, I truly hope we see justice, because no one deserves to be treated like this. I don't believe they say how old she is. I don't believe she was a minor, so there's no shady stuff going on. I believe she was a grown woman doing this and participating in doing this stuff, which, doesn't make it okay, but I'm just trying to give you guys all the information, and you guys believe it. You guys could go say he's horrible, he deserves to be thrown in jail, or let's wait for the answers, let's wait for the outcome. What I do is just look at the facts. My belief is always innocent until proven guilty. This is fresh. This is brand new. A lot more information could come out from this. So people jumping to one side, whether that's Vince did nothing wrong and she knew exactly what she was doing, she's a grown-ass woman, to the other complete opposite, when people are like, she was so innocent and Vince McMahon deserves to rot in hell. I think you gotta stay somewhere in the middle, because we've seen situations like this turn around and turn out to be false or turn out to be real. So it's just best not to jump the gun and not to pick a side. This is not Iron Man versus Captain America, okay? This is something very serious that could destroy either one of their careers or lives. Vince McMahon could go to jail, or this woman could be thrown in jail, sued, and she could lose everything because she lied about this. Or Vince McMahon could lose everything and go to jail. You know what I mean? I'm just showing you this, and you guys make up your mind. My mind is, I'm just gonna stay neutral and talk about it, because as a former person who used to as a person who used to really be into the WWE, it's shocking. But I mean, not really, but it's interesting, especially with everything going on right now.
And Tom, WWE's parent company is responding to this tonight.
That's right, Lester. The parent company is called TKO, and they tell NBC News Mr. McMahon does not control TKO, nor does he oversee the day-to-day operations of WWE. While this matter predates our TKO executive team's tenure at the company, we take Ms. Grant's horrific allegations very seriously and are addressing this matter internally.
And right here I have some alleged leaked DM. Holy shit, this has 4 million views. Damn. So these are alleged screenshots of Vince McMahon messages from the new sex trafficking lawsuit. So take it with a grain of salt. I don't want to jump the gun and be like, this is real or this is fake. Just something to keep in mind, okay? Just want to put it out there. And it says, following the threesome on May 11, 2020, McMahon sent an explicit message to Ms. Grant that further detailed his fantasies of seeing her engage in sexual relations. And I'm going to have to censor a lot of this because it's just too fucking explicit if real. This is allegedly Vince McMahon. I love it. That's you, Janelle. You just can't get enough, can't you? In the future, it's going to be... Okay, so... yeah, that's how boomers be typing. In the future, it's going to be so bad that you'll demand to be F twice a day, not just with blank in a three-way. Why not let others see the beautiful body and watch you shake uncontrollably? Okay, I mean, you can read it. Way too explicit for YouTube. I don't want to get banned. I don't want to go homeless. And then we get, you know, another message that sounds absolutely wild that I can't read, but it includes multiple men and big weenies, if you will. And then it says, around this time, McMahon openly shared explicit photographs and stories about Miss Grant with the WWE crew at tapings, a group McMahon also referred to as her fan club. So it sounds like Vince was just showing the pics, allegedly. And this is allegedly from Vince. And I quote, I just passed my phone around to a bunch of guys on the tech crew. They were screaming, OMG, she's fucking beautiful. Look at that ass. I'd like to get that. I paused to count out loud how many guys that were there, 12. So, yeah. Once again, these are just allegations for now, but quite disgusting if real. And then we have this screenshot that says, on February 5th, 2021, McMahon sent Grant to establish a schedule for when other men, including physical therapists and Laurinaitis, which is this guy, could have sex with Miss Grant. So it feels like they were treating her as a escort. Like, yeah, just swing by at 10 and we'll make sure we fuck you there. That's what it seems like, right? Like they're just calling her, yo, I want to fuck you at 6 p.m. Be there or be square. That's the vibes that I'm getting from these text messages. So this DM is coming from Vince, allegedly. Exactly, baby. He's not the only one. Called me this afternoon begging to eat you and F you with his... Okay. And she responded with, give me another week, baby, and I'll be ready. I'm feeling more like myself. It's not great, but it's getting better. Tell him soon. I already told him, by the way, Johnny wants Tuesdays, but not this coming one, and the occasional Saturday, but maybe I can shift it to Thursday. Johnny would love all the above. So reading a little more into it, it seems like she was just used for sex and nothing else. Now, we don't really know the full story. We're gonna have to wait for that. But it seems like, maybe I'm wrong, this is just my perspective, but it feels like they just called her up whenever they were horny. They were just like, yo, I'm kind of rock hard. How about you come over? And they will do it, which is disgusting to imagining a 77-year-old Vince McMahon going at it. And I know that I keep saying it, but this is just allegations for now. We gotta wait for the full story. I'm just here to share it because I found it interesting. And yeah, what do you guys think? You know what? Yeah, if it turns out to be real, I wouldn't really be surprised. I mean, if you've been watching wrestling or you know the Vince McMahon character, you know what to expect, honestly. You know how he used to be. So... is it that shocking? Am I blown away? Not really. Is it disgusting? Absolutely. Just really interesting, but I'm not here to pick sides. I'm just here to show you, and you guys let me know what you think of this, all right? And thank you so much for watching, despite the unique subject matter. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully next time I don't have to be talking about, you know, people wanting to shove sausages where they shouldn't go. All right, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, peace out. Bye.